I am going to completely take apart our hutch, clean and redecorate, as well as decorate our new bar cart. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Maria, this is Gathered Home, and I'm so glad that you decided to click on my video today. In today's video, I am in our dining room. I'm showing you one of my pothos plants. They're like my children. I love my plants. Totally that plant lady. I am taking apart our hutch. Here in our dining room, I have this beautiful hutch. It is many years old. This is the second home it's lived in, so this hutch has been very well loved. Every time before I decorate a space, whether it be seasonally or the other, I always clean. I always find it to be a great opportunity to really get everything off, cleared out of the way, and give everything a really good wipe down. I'm starting here on my hutch, taking out everything as you can see, and I've been housing some things in here that I knew were going to be going onto my new bar cart that you can see there in the background. And I have some other little tchotchke things in here, some of which will be going back on the hutch, just in different spots. But I'm also going to be decorating this hutch today with some new thrift finds, as well as some pieces that I've had forever and ever, as well as some DIY pieces. So I definitely like to incorporate all different kinds of finds when I am decorating throughout my home. It gets pretty darn dusty up here, so we're just giving everything a really good wipe down. Like I mentioned, this hutch has been well loved. It went to our original kitchen table, which is, funny enough, currently our kitchen table. I just did a little redo on it, but this hutch, I wasn't certain it was going to stay here in this dining room, but when we redid in here, I put it just for now since I didn't have anything at the time, and it grew on me, and I think it kind of goes with the vibe that's in this room, so it's sticking around. It's here to stay. I have two really nice shelves to be able to decorate on, one being this, this kind of open area here, and I have the top of the hutch as well. So I have lots of opportunity for lots of great decorating, as well as the inside of these doors. There are 3 shelves on both sides, and it gives me lots of opportunity to do some decorating, as well as some collecting. I absolutely love to thrift. It is one of my favorite hobbies. If you ask me what I want to do on a Mom's Day, what do I get to do? I would definitely 100% say go thrifting and antiquing, and it is just something I absolutely love to do, as well as DIYing and making things my own. As you saw, I went under that hutch and there was a whole just wonderful land of dust and dirt under there, so that needed to get done, as well as the inside and outside of these doors. Now, this is the majority of everything that I will be working with. It's everything that I've kind of taken out of the hutch, as well as things that I've been collecting over time, as well as some other random things that I've had around the house that I thought I may use. These are some beautiful thrifted pieces of silver plated ware that I redid, and this is actually such a fun find. I had found this at the thrift store this same day, and it says 30 dozen 4x5 pressed plates. When I first got it, I saw plates and I just thought, it must have housed plates at some time, like actual eating plates. But then when I brought it home and I really looked at it and I Googled it, it actually is referring to film, some type of plate that is used in film, in filmmaking, and the year is 1957. So I just thought that was super neat. These pieces I have been collecting from HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, wherever I see them. They actually are the Bee and Willow line from Bed Bath & Beyond. And I just love the matted tone of these pieces, and the servingware you'll see in a little bit, as well as this 2-tiered wooden tray stand that I love. I believe I picked that up from HomeGoods as well. And these are those trays that match the Bee and Willow line. This is my recent DIY. If you haven't seen it yet, I made a little short on it. This was a BJ's, an empty big box store pretzel container. We frequent BJ's a lot. It's our closest one to me. So it was a BJ's pretzel container, and I turned it into a piece of pottery, and I absolutely love it. Now I'm just showing you some things that I already had on my hutch. Oh, these were some really great thrifted finds. This was something I had picked up as well. So I'm just kind of going in here, really no rhyme or reason, which is basically how I always decorate, unless it's an area that I do the same all the time. I really like to play around and just kind of, take all my pieces that I have and lay them all out. And normally I will change things 50 times. And that's kind of what's going on here. But I'm so happy that I picked up this kind of empty shipping container of some sort. I think it just adds so much warmth to this space. I've mentioned before in here that I have a lot of blacks and whites, and our table is kind of like a light gray. And I really love to warm up the space with a lot of wood, kind of not dark wood tones, but kind of a darker, warmer wood tone look. And I thought these bronze, turning these pieces into kind of bronzy brassware would really just warm up my hutch, and it definitely does. I absolutely love how it looks all against this black background. And I'm just adding in some collected pieces. That greenery there was actually a thrift find at Goodwill. And this setup here with the beads and the candle I had in the shelves behind the door, but I decided to move it up here. I love to play with height when I'm decorating as well. Anytime I find these marble pieces, these marble stoneware pieces at TJ Maxx or Home Goods, I really try to snag them because you cannot beat the price on these things. If you see them in any other higher end store, you would never pay the price that you pay at a Home Goods or a TJ. So I really try to snag those up. Here's some more of those pieces that I've been DIYing and making them look kind of like distressed brass. This one's my absolute favorite. It reminds me so much of Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast. And this is another DIY. I found a thrifted pot that did not look like this. And I de-stressed it and kind of made it my own. It was, I believe it was a Pottery Barn inspired look I was going for there. And I love it. I will link the video below that I believe I did that DIY in. I'm putting my pothos plant back up here. I love it, and I really want that to be a focal point. So I'm putting it there in the middle. Just putting a couple of things that I've had for quite a while here on my two-tiered tray. I love this sign. Would probably eat here again. 5 stars, but would probably eat here again. I love it, and put it here as well as that Party of 6 sign. That was another Hobby Lobby find. And I believe the little charcuterie things you see there hanging, the gray, can also be used as coasters. I had picked up at Home Goods. This bow vase was super popular. It's from Walmart. I do believe I wind up moving it. Yep, I put it over here on these shelves. And since it's so dark in here, I do like to try to do a little bit of pop of something in the back. So I'm just adding that greenery wreath there to just kind of break it up a little bit. I'd like to try something a little bit better, but for now, I'm going to be using those wreaths to just kind of bring a little bit of color in there. And I do go ahead and put, I had some extra placemats. So I had put it behind, just kind of brighten it up in here a little bit, because with all the black, it could tend to get a little bit dark and kind of swallowed up in there, especially when you close the doors. So lots of thrifted finds in this video. So I hope it inspires you to kind of see what you can find and how you can style it. I absolutely love the look of these bowls. I don't know if they're kind of salt bowls or what, but I just thought the color of them were absolutely beautiful. So I gave them a good wash. Loved this basket. It is so pretty. And I do try it here in the Hutch. I was switching out this bowl. I did not wind up liking the way it looked. I preferred the look of the bowl instead, but I do wind up using this thrift find on the bar cart. So stay tuned a little bit later in the video. Another Goodwill find, these absolutely beautiful little mirrors here. They were $3 a piece, and these candlesticks, so pretty. I didn't have to do a thing to those candlesticks. They were just beautiful and look so pretty here, set up on our little shipping box here, as well as all the other finds and goodies and DIYs that I've done over the years. And I love the look of the mirror kind of look with the gold around it. I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. I have these here as well. I'm not going to be using them today, but I just wanted to show you because I do intend on using them behind the doors, but I do want to kind of distress that brass a little bit, make it look a little more like a distressed rustic brass. I wanted to step away from the Hutch for a minute and go ahead to the bar cart. So I am kind of unwrapping, and this is kind of like Christmas morning for me too, because I had done this home goods run a few weeks prior and didn't unwrap anything. So I found this again, another marble piece, so beautiful, $9.99. And this is a faux bar cart. I'm going to go ahead and link the video where I put this bar cart together. Love this thing. It's from Amazon, super affordable, so big, so much opportunity to put so many beautiful things on it. And that's what we're doing here today. Everything I'm showing you now came from Home Goods. I found this beautiful domed piece here, and I just thought it would be perfect on here, especially when I'm entertaining or we're just kind of hanging out. I thought it'd be really cute to put a couple of little treats in there, and I think it looks perfect on the bar cart. I found this as well, and like I said, I'd like to really kind of warm up the spaces with these beautiful wood tones, and that's what I'm doing here with this tray. I'm just going to go ahead and set it right on top, as well as this ice bucket I found. It's just an adorable gold little mini ice bucket, which I thought would work perfectly on here. Then I came across this shaker, and I was like, well, how many times do you actually go to look for something and find what you actually want? This was just so perfect with the gold tone and the wood top. I just thought it worked out so nicely on here. And I am totally decorating on demand right now. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason for what I was doing. I'm just kind of unwrapping with you and setting everything down. This I thought was beautiful. And if we're kind of hanging out, and even if I just put some yummy treats in there, some candy or a couple of nuts or that type of thing, I thought that'd be really cute for that. I was so excited when I saw this beautiful, beautiful bowl. It was $6. It was on clearance, which I would have easily spent the $12.99 on it. It's just so beautiful. These are a total thrift find. These are Lennox glassware, and I am so happy that I was drawn to it when I was at Goodwill. And at the time, it still had the labels on each of the cup that said Lennox. So they are 100% Lennox. I found 4 of the more wine glass type glasses, which are these, and 4 of the other ones. And they just couldn't work out any more perfectly on this bar cart. And now every time I'm in the thrift store, I always try to keep my eyes out for more of these because I would love to really start a collection. I just think they're absolutely beautiful and they just go so well here. Plenty of space for some wine bottles, and I really love it. This was another Home Goods find. and on clearance as well. Not too much of a big of a price difference, but I'll take it. I thought I was going to use it down here, but then I said to myself, I was thinking of that bowl that I thrifted, and I never want anything to look overly formal or fancy. So I just thought that this would kind of warm the card up and make it a little more not so formal. This is a picture that I've had forever. I had bought it for some occasion, for something, and it actually winded up being too small for what I needed. And I kept it because I knew one day I was going to have a gold bar cart. So I thought it would look perfectly here. The kind of stir that it came with is, funny enough, is not gold, it's silver. So I'm just going to put that aside and save that for something else. But I thought the picture looked so adorable here, and it came with that doily as well. And if it's still available, I'll link it down for you below. But like I said, I've had that for a very long time now. Going back and cutting off all the tags of everything and kind of going back and forth in between my Hutch and my bar cart. So now I am back on my Hutch, and I found this absolutely perfect bell at a very local barn that I would love to take you to one day. It takes my breath away. I've only been there once, and oh boy, could I have done some major damage. But I was so excited to find this beautiful bell. I had thrifted that gold stand and that sign I've had for many years. This is another Goodwill find. These greens are from Hobby Lobby. I absolutely love them. I love this greenery because you can literally plop it anywhere and it just adds some color and a little bit of texture. And I thought how sweet it would be kind of coming out of this little teapot here and my DIY little urn there. So, so, so pretty. This picture frame, when I go to the Goodwill now, I'm constantly looking for these beautiful oak frames. I'm just seeing here how I liked it behind the glass, and I do, because my thought is we have such beautiful pictures of holidays and family get-togethers that we have here in our home, and I thought how nice it'd be to start printing out some of those pictures and kind of incorporating them in the Hutch. So I'm showing you here this frame. So I opened it up. Okay, I took the back off. Then there was a piece of glass, and I was like, wait a second, what is this? This is a 2-in-1 frame, and I just thought this was so neat. So you can totally use this as two separate frames, as you can see it here, and then that glass goes to this frame. Just thought that was so cool. Mind-blowing. So I like the thickness of the frame, so I just went ahead and put it back together as it was after I took the Goodwill sticker off and gave it a good washing. But I love this bell. I did nothing to it other than clean it. I just think it fits in so beautifully here on the top of my Hutch. This Hobby Lobby greenery cannot be beat. It is adorable, and you can use it all over your home to just add some pops of life and color. And I love my greenery any way I can get it, real or fake. I'm just giving you a little overview now of the Hutch. I do a little tweaking, and I will show you kind of a final a final look at it more towards the end of the video, but I just think it looks so warm and inviting, and that's exactly the vibe I want throughout the entire house. So I love it. I stuck that other candle here on top of my thrifted DIY'd kind of tray there. And I have some extra dinnerware and stuff that I just stuck in there for now. These shelves are pretty bare, and that's okay because not everything can be done right away. Rome was not built in a day. And I love to start collecting things and taking my time and really being intentional with things that I bring into our home. I'm loving the look of this bar cart. I'm absolutely in love with all the finds I've found so far, and I will definitely be on the hunt for more. If I can find more of these glasses, I will be so thrilled because I absolutely love them. And the faux marble almost looks a little more like marble when you add some of those home good marble trays to them, and it just really makes the piece look so elegant and beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of music now and just kind of give you a nice slow overview of everything we've done. If you enjoyed this video, I do hope you consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you. This was so much fun sharing this with you today, and I do hope I will see you in the next one.